Welcome to Stonewash. This is my review for Bad Boys Ride or Die. And if you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button and click on that bell so you can be notified for future videos. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And yes, after checking out Bad Boys Ride or Die in the theaters opening weekend, I gotta say, this movie was pretty good. But, you know, it wasn't as good as I hoped it would be. I mean, I don't know. I didn't do a rewatch of Bad Boys for Life before I watched this movie. And I think I should have. I mean, because it was 4 years ago when I saw that movie, and I only saw it once. I did like it, but, I mean, I didn't really remember all the things that happened in it. So, I don't know where this movie falls in the timeline compared to that movie. Like, is this like right after the events of that movie, or is there a little bit of time that has passed? Because like Will Smith's character went to some kind of physical therapy because he's marrying his physical therapist at the beginning of this movie. So I don't know. I mean, again, I didn't hate this movie, but I didn't love it either. And I'm not really sure where I would rank this movie with the rest of the movies in the franchise as of right now. But however, I did think that Will Smith and Martin Lawrence did a pretty damn good job in this movie, even though like I was kind of getting a little annoyed with Martin Lawrence's character a little bit in this movie because he had a near-death experience and stuff like that, and after that to me he was kind of getting annoying, and I don't think he would have survived the whole albino gator thing, even with Will Smith like stabbing it and everything. I mean, I don't see him coming out of that like he did, but maybe that's just me. So Adil El-Rabi and Bilall Fala, I think that's how you pronounce your name, dude. I'm sorry if I butchered it. Now they come back to direct this movie after directing the Bad Boys for Life movie. Again, I liked that last one. I thought it was pretty damn good, and I think for the most part they did pretty good in this movie, even though it was like, I don't know what I was expecting with this one. But then again, maybe if I'd have done a rewatch before I went into this, I might have had a better time. Maybe. I'm not really sure. You know, with a runtime of 114 minutes, I thought the pacing was pretty decent, but I thought it got better after the first act of the movie, and the jokes landed better after the first act of the movie. Maybe that's just me. But other than that, I thought it was an okay movie. It was worth matinee. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of opening weekend, Bad Boys Ride or Die is sitting with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 64%, with 172 top critics reporting in. Now, a little over half of those top critics are actually liking this movie. Now, I did not read through any of the reviews on what they didn't like or what they did like, but I know it is what it is at this point. Now, the general consensus of the critics is this: Will Smith and Martin Lawrence remain good company even when Bad Boys strains to up the ante, proving there's still life left in this high-octane franchise. Now, I guess I kind of would agree with that. I mean, I don't know how much more they can actually do this. I mean, they are getting kind of older and everything. If they do well at the box office, there probably could be a fifth movie, because I don't think they actually thought they were going to get a fourth movie after the third one, because that one got shut down at the very beginning of the pandemic, so they didn't really have that big of a box office. They made quite a bit of money, but they would have made more had there not been a pandemic, right? So I was actually kind of shocked they even got another movie, but the budget is kind of low, so they did make money, and that could be the case with this one too. Now, over on the audience side, it's sitting with a score of 97%, with 1,000 plus fans telling you what they think. Now, the fans are obviously loving this movie way more so than the critics, and it shows at the box office. Bad Boys easily takes number one at the box office for the weekend, bringing in $56 million for its estimated domestic haul. Now, if you add in its international estimated haul of $48.6 million, that brings it to a total of $104.6 million for its opening weekend. Now, with a budget of $100 million, they're already past their production budget. So anything else after this is making up for marketing, which I don't think their marketing budget was all that big. They only had 2 trailers the whole entire time. I didn't see any more than that as far as like the marketing of this movie went. So I don't know how much they really spent on that as far as that goes, but so far they're looking pretty damn good. Now, we'll have to wait and see how this thing performs in week 2 before we can actually see whether or not this thing has any legs or not. Now, I don't really see much in the way of competition for this movie for the next couple weeks, but could be wrong. I mean, the box office lately has been really screwy, so who really knows? Now, as long as they don't drop more than 60% next week, I think they might be doing pretty damn good, but you have to really, again, the box office has been really screwy. Some movies are making money, some movies are not making money. We'll just have to wait and see what happens, right? Now, I thought that Eric Dane was a pretty damn good villain in this movie. I mean, even though the only thing I've really seen him in was Grey's Anatomy, so I don't really have anything else to go on as far as that goes, but I thought he was pretty damn menacing as a villain goes in this thing. So, I don't know. I thought they let this thing wide open if they wanted to do a fifth movie the way it ended. So, if this thing makes money, I wouldn't be shocked if they actually did a fifth movie, but I don't really know how long they can actually keep this thing going on, but we'll have to wait and see, right? I mean, overall, I thought this movie was was good. I thought it was damn worth seeing on the big screen at least once. And then I'm going to have to go back and do a rewatch of the third one and then watch this one again and see how well it actually flows one into the other. And maybe I'll like this movie better on my rewatch, right? So, I don't know. So, did you get a chance to go check out Bad Boys Ride or Die? Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? You think this movie was any good? Let me know in the comments down below. And where do you rank this movie in the franchise? Let me know in the comments down below. I mean, I didn't think this movie was bad. I liked it. It was worth matinee. So, let you think in the comments down below.